You want to know what's great? Something you love. And for many people nowadays, they love stories. Whether it be TV, movies, or even videos like this one you are watching right now, every day we are consuming, talking about, and thinking about pop culture and all the different stories we've experienced. Most likely, if you are watching this video, you have some sort of social media feed, which is probably filled with videos that have something to do with media you like. Even this video probably caught your attention because you saw someone you knew in the thumbnail. But how do we make the things we love better? Well, we make them longer, and longer, and longer, and longer. Okay, you get the point. So, I've been thinking about this question for a while, since I started watching One Piece, because the most common complaint I hear about the anime is just how long it is. And after consuming over 140 hours worth of Straw Hat adventures, meeting new characters who I've fallen in love with, traveling to exotic lands, and watching the story develop for not only our main cast, but every single person in Oda's magnum opus, masterfully crafted world, I agree. Kinda. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I empathize with all the anime fans who are hesitant to start such a long, ongoing story, because I felt the exact same way before starting One Piece. To watch over 1,000 episodes or read 100 volumes of manga in just one series is a big ask. Especially when you have some people online who say the series doesn't get good until 200 episodes in, which, just so you know, if you don't like the series by the end of the first major arc, which is Arlong Park, then you just won't like the series. You don't have to watch 200 episodes. But, I'm getting off topic. If this video gets a good amount of likes, maybe I'll make another video talking more about why the length shouldn't discourage you from watching One Piece. But for now, let me continue on with the main reason you gave this video a click. What makes a story too long? Why can people watch movies like Schindler's List, Titanic, Return of the King, and The Wolf of Wall Street without getting bored, but other movies like It Chapter 2 and the Hobbit trilogy leave the audience feeling like their time is wasted? Well, let's say you're a writer who has decided to write a short story. No longer than your average Scholastic Book Fair book you think about getting before just deciding to buy Goosebumps. Well, you write your story, represented by this water, until you completely fill the contents of the book. Boom! You're done. That is, until you are approached by a Sony executive who has decided that they want to adapt your book. Awesome! So, you signed the contract, but you didn't read the fine print. Sony has decided to turn your short story into a 2-hour movie. That is where our problem lies. Your original story, that, while small, most would agree does a good job at filling the time you had. Now that it is put into a much bigger container, it leaves you with a lot of filler content. That is why things like the Hobbit trilogy feel too long, as they struggle to fit one book into 2 movies. But this isn't only a problem for straightforward book adaptations. For example, let's talk about Zack Snyder's Justice League. This movie has no right being 4 hours long. While I will give the movie a bit of credit since some of its problems come from the DCU's poor movie structure, if we're being realistic, there is no reason why this movie should be the first full appearance of both Flash and Cyborg. They should have been set up in their own films instead of bloating the runtime of this one. Same with the resurrection of Superman. This leaves a plot that could have been 2 hours of the Justice League coming together, defeating Steppenwolf, to instead be a 4-hour movie with at least 5 different plot lines where honestly, you could cut 3 of them and have a more streamlined story. Not saying that some of the plot lines weren't okay, like Cyborg's, but they have no reason not to be different movies. Instead, we get 3 to 4 movies squished into one, and when you go into the movie wanting to see the Justice League, the other plots just feel like filler. This is why One Piece wouldn't work if you put it into a shorter structure. For example, let's try to fit the plot of One Piece into the length of Naruto. All of this brings me back to the original reason for this video. The reason I decided now was the right time to make it. The Batman. One of the major complaints I heard about the film before going into it was the length. The movie is 3 hours, which is very long to be fair. But you don't have to worry, DC fans, I'm actually on your side this time. The Batman is actually our original example. It is a story where the runtime is reflective of the content. There's not a singular scene I would cut from this film. Every scene, every line, and every breadcrumb of the film's central mystery perfectly blends together to make a fantastic movie. If anything, I would legitimately be fine if this movie was longer. The only criticism I'd give this film would be the slightly rushed ending. If we got a director's cut that added an extra 20 to 30 minutes, I legitimately think the film would be near perfect for a Batman film. If you can go through a piece of media and pick out long scenes where nothing is added to the overall story, then it shouldn't be in the story. But at the same time, it applies the other way. If you could finish a story and say, this would have been so much better if they explained this major plot detail, or I wish this part would have been built up more, then the story is most likely rushed. But I can't think of something about these stories I'd remove. Except you. You can leave. Your arc should have ended after the first game. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the video. This is just a little channel update, or I guess a big one. So, I haven't really had much time to upload. I'll keep it brief here, but I've addressed this in depth on my TikTok. But I've really been wanting to do streaming once I had gotten my new desktop, which due to multiple circumstances has been delayed. So what I have decided to do is merge my two channels into one, with the bigger of the two, Vibing Auxiliary, now being my main channel. I have rebranded this channel as VibingJon, with the former main now being rebranded as VibingJon Squared. For anyone worried about content changes, don't be. I'm still going to be uploading tokusatsu content on my channel, realistically, at a much quicker rate. The only real changes will be gaming videos, anime videos, and streams being made in between. So basically, if you subscribe for tokusatsu content, all this really means is you'll be getting even more. And hey, maybe give my other videos a try and maybe you'll like them too. But that's really all I have to say, so I'll cut this video here. Also, Toku New Power Rangers coming soon. Bye.